Hey, how are you? It's the London event manager here, and in this video I'm just going to ramble about the virtual event platform REMO. So I discovered REMO in 2020 when I had to pivot to virtual quickly, like all event managers were doing. I am still using REMO now, a year after pivoting to virtual. It is a really good platform for networking, which is really important with business to business events, but also you can use it for other things. You can use it for weddings or virtual parties, like gatherings, meetings. It's really versatile. But why do I love Remo so much? I mean, it does have its flaws. It has crashed on me one time, which was very frustrating when you've got clients in the event and you're trying to make the delegate journey as smooth as possible and the platform crashes. It's not good, but that was only once, and they have thoroughly developed the platform since, and that was quite early on in March 2020. So I love Remo just because of the networking element. No other platform did networking like Remo back then, and if you haven't used it, you get transported into a map. You can custom make the map as well, which I've done for an event. You can get a custom map designed, and you just have tables, or you can have whatever you want, but I do business to business events, so we have tables, and basically as a delegate you can jump from table to table and network with people with your camera and microphone on, and it's so simple. And I feel like the simple event platforms are the most effective. I have used platforms like Swapcard, and I'm very familiar with like Hopin and Feedloop, where you go in and you have to configure the back end, and it is a nightmare because you have to literally learn how to like create rules in order for the event to work, especially if it has AI technology matchmaking delegates. It is a pain, and Remo is just so simple and effective regarding networking. I must say, actually, the analytics, if you're looking for like a robust analytics and reporting, Remo doesn't have that, but it's great for networking and it's great for business to business events in that sense. Some platforms are catching up with Remo. We've got AirMeet that has a similar jump from table to table function where you can network. The platform does look sleek, but you cannot customize the floor plan on AirMeet. You can upload a logo to the middle of the table, as far as I'm aware. I haven't tried it yet, but with Remo you can have a sponsor logo in the center of a table, and delegates can click through to that logo. It expands and you can display a video from your sponsor or an image, and then you can click through to that and it will take them to the sponsor's preferred website or URL, which is great. And they have a new function now where you can shuffle delegates around. If you're an event manager and you're looking to produce virtual speed dating, this would be a neat tool for you. So people are on tables, it counts them down from like 30 seconds, and then they are transported onto a random table with new people. So it shakes things up a bit. That's a new function that they've developed. So yeah, Remo. You go into the event and you're there and you're networking on tables. You're jumping from table to table to say hello to everyone, and it just makes the event feel much more alive, other than like when you're on a platform like Hopin or Swapcard. You go in and it looks like a website, and the delegate has to like just click, and if you don't really like networking anyway, you're not going to force yourself to network with people on those platforms. But with Remo, you're transported into the event, you can hear and see people chatting away, and it encourages you more to network, and yeah, helps maybe the introverts in the event, you know, turn their camera and microphone off, as opposed to Swapcard where you enter the event, it looks like a web page, you can click on a session, watch the live conference session, and you'll probably scroll past the networking element because, you know, you're not forcing yourself to do it. So you've got that on map mode, you're networking away, you've got your tables, and you can be transported into a live conference mode. The difference between AirMeet and Remo actually is with AirMeet you can click between the live conference session and the networking tables. With Remo it's a little bit harder in regards to the delegate journey, but it can be done. So if you're watching the live conference and you're like, I'm a bit bored, I want to go network, you can, as the event manager, create a separate event in REMO and link your two events together and have like a separate networking event happening concurrently. The user journey for that isn't that smooth, but it is possible, and it's perfectly fine. So that's something that they could improve. But again, I just love the simplicity of the platform. The back end is so easy to configure. You can create an event within less than 20 minutes. I would say, you know, if you're familiar with the platform, you can create an event in 5 minutes. Whereas when I used Swapcard, it was a nightmare. Honestly, it was a nightmare. It took up a lot of staff time. If you want me to go into more detail with REMO, let me know. But if you're an event planner, an event manager, organizer, whatever you call yourself, and you're looking for a very simple and effective virtual platform, REMO is brilliant, and it's at the cheaper end of the pricing scale compared to other virtual event platforms. However, they are slowly increasing their prices because of the demand and the new features that they are developing on the platform. But yeah, it's good for awards, it's good for conferences, it's good for smaller meetings. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll be back with another video very soon.